Hey everyone, lovely morning. This is pre-market outlook discussion for the day, 24th of June. Hope you all had a different experience in yesterday's session. It was supposed to be a consolidation one, but due to the Korean markets fall because of the profit booking, as it has, that Korean market has been witnessing continuous upside and due to that sudden profit booking that affects global markets without having any reason immediately overall seeking, including US regions and other Asian region, not limited to India also, that affected the current structure. And even we can say it as a collapse in the current behavioral way of price movements. So that affected overall structure for the day and which dampened the sentiment to negative from the positive one. But anyhow, what we are projecting based on yesterday's one might be a signal for the next leg of rally, whether it may be a continuation in the negative side or it may be until it is holding yesterday's low, chances for making a high. Because the recent behavior, what togetherly and collectively telling for us means the high level of conviction is missed when the NIFTY or Sensex or any other broader index also you can take, trying to move up continuously. We have been many times in the recent months seen on the chart that witnessed a break or a lack of follow through actions when the upward attempts are being taken. But conversely, if you are a follow-up trader for the behavioral trade based analysis we are giving, whenever the downward attempts from the way of rejections or from the way of breakdown attempts or breakdown actions, the downward movements and all what happening on the chart having strength, having clarity and having a downward conviction also when compared to the positive one or upward one, which means the markets have not accumulated, have not acquired even a strength of sustaining above the important levels. That too from the key dates level we have been pronouncing. So hope you all remember about the key dates what we have already discussed right from the 21st May, 29th May and 1st, 3rd June. So currently one can take this June month's one as 20th as important day. So until this 20th of June, if you look back, the markets unable to sustain above the highs and even above the low points of those dates we have discussed. Which means what? Which is signaling or indicating that when the markets are moving up, it wouldn't be prudent to reduce your positions, whether it may be a short-term trading based one or a long-term investment based one. A long-term in the sense until 12 months you can consider this. Over the period of 12 months, no need of worry at all. So that is what the indication markets are providing for us. Unless it is again conquering the 24,700 as a core behavior shift zone, every rises should be utilized by the traders and the investors as an opportunity to reduce your positions by the way of booking profits. So that would be the great idea for everyone to approach the market without any panic and without any clarity. If you are going, that would be the way to approach. So that is what the important message we want to convey, that the market's conviction is not enough to sustain above the high and even above the low of important dates we have discussed. Till this 20th June, the high and low is acting well, and which has not acquired the volume adequately to breach out the important dates high and low. So 23,700, however, acting as a behavior shift between the bullish and bearish activities. This 23,700 almost approached yesterday in a single day or in a single session from the 24,100 level to 23,800. The markets fallen and closed even to that level. This day it is going to be a pivotal day for the next few sessions, and this high and low what it is going to provide also will be, along with the previous dates we have discussed, acting. And once the 23,700 gets broken, which will not be a good sign as per our prediction. In case if it closes below 23,700 this time, the severity on the selling may be getting heightened, and the selling activities will be taking charge into drag the Nifty towards even 22,000 levels. As a whole, we can tell that 22,000, but exactly to be say 21,700. So there is no signal for that. This and all actually based on very advanced level of prediction on behavioral basis. So do not think about the market immediately will be trying to approach this low level what we have discussed, which and all need to be confirmed by the way of on daily behavior, and every day we will be giving that kind of internal behavioral outcomes to make you all understand how the things are all going. But now it is not in a concerned way, not needed to be worried about the behavior. It will be maximum giving the consolidation and range bound volatility based sessions. And for the July, we can expect somewhat a flat trend going to be witnessed, and recovery also there. But overall outcome for the July, what we are expecting is it may not be having a strength to sustain above the important levels, particularly the July month may be trying to approach the 24,200 and 24,500, even 24,700 also can be expected. But this is what the stage. If the Nifty is trying to approach these levels, there the selling spree will be increasing in the way to drag down the markets towards the previous or swing lows. So anyhow, there is some more days to end for the June, and the July month's outlook will be clearly provided. And this is just a introduction based message for the July, and all the relevant matters regarding to the market outlook on the July months will also be discussed. So for that, this Saturday's market outlook report will be utilized to discuss that part. Today, as it has closed around the 23,800, it is a must duty for the Nifty to hold 23,700 as the support point. Anyhow, during the first 1 hour session, if the Nifty is trying to move towards 23,900, means there one can get the signal of selling activities getting resumed, because the Nifty should recapture the level of 23,900 to 24,000 on daily candle. Otherwise, the upward attempts even during the day also can be treated as a selling opportunity. But anyhow, the important one is near to the 23,700 if the Nifty is trying to approach. As an interim behavior shift zone, it will be acting. As many times it has proved, this time also one can expect near to that particular 23,700 zone in advance to that also. Not exactly the market will get the support at 23,700. Don't think like that. Between 23,700 to 23,800, you can see the demand for buying will be rising and the bounces and all will be with a cheer acting, and that bounces may be getting resisted while it is moving above 23,900. So if you want to build any long position for the short term, that can be taken as an opportunity to build around 23,700 or between 23,700 and 23,800, and you can book the portion of profit around 23,900, and you can wait and see what the 23,900 above levels are giving the signals. Then you can keep other positions alive. Otherwise, based on the signals, based on the alerts we are providing, you can book the rest of the portions too if the sustainability is not there above 23,900. So that's it for the positional based trading setups one can follow. And a flat but a cautious open can be seen on the Nifty today. Even though there are mixed trends, the majority of the market trends are supporting a bearish trend only. After opening, the market or Nifty should hold the yesterday's low. If it holds, means chances for creating bounce backs and all will be there. But in case in the first 15 minutes till the first 1 hour, anywhere between this time period, if the Nifty breaks and closes below, give the confirmation by the way of closing below yesterday's low, means one can clearly get the signal of the market's intensity to move downward towards the 23,700. So which may be a tough day for the day traders, because between 23,700 and 800, the high demand is expected like we discussed. And if the yesterday's low, that was also formed on Nifty side around 23,700. So exactly to be say, the Nifty's yesterday's low exactly on 23,785. So which should not be get broken. If it is giving up this low in during this first 15 minutes to 1 hour, means it will be a clear signal for the further downward trend towards 23,700. Even that 23,700 also can be seen breaking down based on the intensity on the selling. So in the way only the day traders can watch the Nifty and approach. If you are a long trader, you should not actually aggressively approach the market on the long side. You can moderately or even a very minimal basis lots or quantities can be built for the long sides, provided if you are strictly following the stop loss at 23,700, which should not get a break. If it is giving a break below 23,700, even though it is bouncing back or even though it is retracing, which is not enough to attract the buying, probably the selling will be taking charge and giving the way to break down further and move towards further lows. So for that, 23,700 for the day as a core support zone, and that can be treated as a trend decider and pivotal because it is an interim behavior shift zone. Hope you all understand that. Think of approaching the market on which side or which direction like. What you should follow is mainly a sell on rise approach, but anyhow, the buy and dips also can be treated as a chance for deploying near to the 23,700 zone. Positional setups and all clearly discussed. One can follow the same. So currently, however, it is as long as holding 23,700, the positional setups seems to be supporting the buying setup, buying or long activities. Until then, you can keep your positions alive. Until then, you can keep even a fresh entry. But after breaking 23,700, you should not think about creating or holding longs. Coming to the part of sectors or sectoral analysis, what it may be there for the markets today, which will be mainly from the metal across the global, the metal index melt. So that may be in focus today also. Along with the IT, the hard hit happened on the IT and even the semiconductor oriented companies also approaching the selling side. So that also may be in focus. Because of that, the automobile also may be getting a hit on the downside. And banking finance, of course, as a heavy weighted one and already created a path of a volatility based downside. So that may be continuing. And energy side, including oil and gas, can be seen. Even though the crude oil prices and all getting settled and cooled off now because of the war deal happened, the overall impact not happened yet, and even it has not experienced any movements based on the crude oil's recent settle off. So the energy side, OMCs may be feeling the heat yet, and the oil producing companies also on the higher side when it is trying to move, feeling the hit of selling. So in both way, the energy and oil and gas, except for the gas stocks, see the negativity will be continuing. The pharmaceutical is one of the darling sector we can term it as, because right from the March month onwards, we think we have started pronouncing the pharma sector will be doing good for this year and even for the next year, like. So, which is only performing well amongst the core sectors. So, the pharma sectors, including all kind of long, that means all kind of large cap, mid cap, small cap, until the stocks are expected to perform well on the long side. From the stocks front, one can watch out the stocks including Infosys based on news of AI collaboration, and IRFC based on OFS, Panasa Consumer, S Bank, City Union Bank, Vedanta, Laurus Lab, including that all the stocks except for it, Vedanta, Laurus Lab, that all based on technical behavior. So that's it from today's pre-market oriented discussion. Hope you all had a very clear and explanated way of discussions today on the market's behavior. So keep the dates what we have pronounced already to make your decisions on the trading side, whether it is a swing based one or a positional based one or short term, near term, whatever may be, particularly for the day traders. So it will be helpful for you. Keeping the high and low of important dates, that will be making you to get the sense of approaching the markets or even till the stocks. Keeping stop loss is very must for all kind of transactions, particularly in this kind of a trend reversal thing. Anyhow, for the long-term investors or even the medium to long-term investors also having an opportunity to accumulate stocks if the markets are really correcting as predicted. Take a chance for building long while the 23,700 is getting approached between the 23,700 and 800 pronounced already. So the day traders can use of this chance for building longs and booking profits. We can now see some queries fallen. See, for the trend call option, what the stage is actually what is indicating, like the questions asked. For the trend, the current trend is really negative, which may not be sustaining if the 3140 as a support gets broken. So you can follow the 3140 in the cash segment as the support, and since your buying price is somewhat away from the current close, so probability will be very high. For that options, you can keep the 72 as the support. It should not break below 72. If it is doing so, next it may be trying to move towards 64 as the level. Since you are having the current month, I think, which may not be having a chance for improving in the premium, but the decay may be fastly happen. Then the next query. Yeah, the important dates, what and all actually we have been pronouncing was 21st, 29th May, and 1st, 3rd June. Then it is 20 June, 20th June, not 22nd. So these are all the important dates we have pronounced. The query on Paytm and NHPC for unclear. The Paytm currently trying to consolidate and give a bounce kind of activities. The behavior is somewhat supporting. Anyhow, it should be breaking the 100, that means 1110. Then only the trend will be giving a chances for moving up. Otherwise, consolidation will be continuing between 1100 to 1070 level. Anyhow, you can keep the positions if you are having already by keeping stop loss at 1070. NHPC. For NHPC, the things and all getting in the way of attracting selling while rising. So the sell on rise is working for the NHPC also. But anyhow, the positivity currently the stock is holding, probably getting continued till it is holding the support of 77 as a whole. So it should not come below 77. Until then, you can keep accumulating or even entering freshly for the target of 79 to 79.50. So that's it for the NHPC. IRFC, based on that OFS by the government, the stock price fallen, and it may be continuing a volatile trend by the way of taking support around 90, exactly to be said 92 and 90 level. So it may not be enough to attract this buying here itself. If it is trying to buying, that means attract the buying in a huge manner, means it should come below 90 level. So if you are holding positions, it is a chance to accumulate further. And anyhow, the trend turned negative for the IRFC too. Anyhow, the accumulation strategy can be implemented around 89, that means below 90 level, to see some price comeback or bounce kind of activities, where you can see the 93 as the selling opportunity for those who have purchased below 90 levels. Yeah, if it is actually 20th June is coming on any holiday, means the time frame based impact will be getting disturbed. So the 22nd would be the chance for getting that kind of impact. Anyhow, the clear impact may not be there. So that is what the thing for the behavior based analysis on the important dates. So 22nd can be replaced against the 20th June. So that's it for the day. Market opens. You can concentrate on markets and enjoy the day. Wishing everyone to have a fortune day today. We'll be meeting again in the pre-market outlook session tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.